I heard there's a special Goma called Saito Goma. So what is Saito Goma?
Um, Strictly speaking, Saito Goma is part of Shugendo, and Shugendo, this is going to be really brief, so apologies to any Shugendo practitioners, but it's a combination of Shinto, Taoism, and Buddhism, and it might be easier to understand Shugendo as part of the Shingon teaching. Well, part of any Buddhist teaching is trying to break down our view of ourself as separate. It's a me focus in life. Everything is from our selfish perspective rather than a more broad perspective. So in Shugendo, you do the practices outside, right? Under the stars as part of nature. So you are working to not see such a strong distinction between yourself and the natural world. So instead of inside the temple, they go into the mountain, right? To see themselves as part of this mountain. And that symbolism has a long history in Asia of why the mountain is chosen. But the Saito Goma is taking this same element of fire and making it larger and then bringing it outside. So instead of just the individual practitioner doing the Goma on the altar, the Saito Goma becomes huge, and the people in the community can gather around and watch from all sides. And we actually did this last year in Hawaii. So the Waimea Shingon Mission in Kauai, we did the Saito Goma. There's actually a video on the temple's YouTube page, so if people are interested. So you can see that at the end of the Saito Goma, the coals, the fire spread out, and then people are invited to walk across. So they're walking across from, maybe we can explain it from this way of thinking, this mind, to the mind, through the world of the Buddhas into the enlightened world. So they actually, we have fire walking as a practice. So to talk about it is one thing. To take off your shoes and walk across the burning coals is a different experience. So I saw a lot of people who were, whispering, do we have to walk across? I don't think I can do that. I'm afraid. And then when it came time, no one was afraid. Everyone walked across. And, some people told me afterwards they were afraid to do it. They thought for sure they would, catch fire. And everyone said, well, it was really, really hot, but I didn't burn. And it was again transformative for them. So they were able to overcome fear in a very controlled way, right? We went first, so I walked across before anyone else was invited to walk across. So I think this is an area of direct experience that we can talk about it, but if you have a chance to engage with it, it has an impression on you that's really goes beyond any written word or book or description. It's something that you remember. I talked to some of the people at the temple afterwards, and they talked about how working to prepare for the ritual, going to collect the wood, helping around the temple in the days beforehand, and then finally being able to walk across the fire. It made a real impression on them. So this is how do you take, again, the experience of the Buddhas? How do you take a piece of enlightenment and then give it to people? So the Saito Goma is this type of practice.